I'm Congressman Peter Roskam from Illinois, and I serve on the House Ways and Means Committee. Well, another tax day has come and gone, April 15th, and it is a very sobering day in my view. Washington, D.C. has been a cauldron of fiscal madness, and essentially this place is out of control. You know, it took 43 American presidents, from George Washington to George W. Bush, for our country to accumulate $8 trillion in debt. And yet, under President Obama, Speaker Pelosi, and Senator Reid, that amount will double in 5 years and triple in 10 years. And the attitude in Washington is basically that you, the taxpayer, are an ATM machine, and that you're there and you're going to be there, and they can always go back and ask for more and more and more. If we were going to get the tax rates in sync right now with the amount of money that's being spent, our taxes would go up by 250%. I mean, think about that. That is a crushing burden that's going to be paid at some point. It's either going to be paid by our generation or the next generation. At the very least, it is a anchor on the type of economic recovery and the buoyancy that we want to see. I've joined with other House Republicans in offering common sense solutions to really stop this madness. We've taken a moratorium on earmarks, making sure that anything that is spent wisely. I've offered an amendment that said if we're going to continue as it relates to Medicare funding, which we absolutely need to do, we ought to be making changes in Medicare to make sure that we're doing real purchase verifications. In other words, the same type of verifications that they do when a credit card is used, to make sure that it's not a fraudulent transaction. And then finally, House Republicans are motivated to replace and repeal, ultimately, the $1 trillion health care takeover, which is going to really crush our economy. So I'm Peter Roskam here in Washington, D.C., working for Common Sense Solutions.